What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Roblox video. We're back on All-Star Tower Defense because the new update has just been released, and oh my, I am flipping out. There are some new characters and they are fantastic. Now, I do have Akaza and, a bunch of new people. We're also going to be waiting for Rengoku because those are the new, pretty much 5-star towers in the game. But we're going to focus on Sasuke, and holy shmoly, 5-star Sasuke is so good. He is so good. He's pretty much like a ground unit Mihawk, with a less range, but he is incredibly good. He's probably going to be one of the new top tier towers, especially now that status effects have been completely changed. So status effects can't be stacked anymore. However, there's 3 new status effects. Well, there's 3 status effects. There's Burn, there's Bleed, and now there's Black Flame, which is what Sasuke can do. It's his ability. And all 3 of those can stack. So in today's video, I'm going to showcase Sasuke 5-star, as well as I'm going to show you his new ability, and obviously we're going to show you all 3 status effects on enemies to see how much damage they can do. We're going to bleed, we're going to burn, and we're also going to black flame. Sasuke is just a super good tower, and I'm really excited to show you. So if you like this video and you want to see more, make sure to leave a like as well as subscribe. Christmas time is coming. All I want for Christmas is you press that subscribe button, man. So press that subscribe button. Alright, I will meet you in the map. So this is Sasuke. He is level 30, so I don't have him maxed. However, at level 1, there's 5 levels to him. He's an AoE with a wide AoE. I don't know why it's so wide, but I'll take it. He does 67 damage. He has a 12 range and 3.5 seconds per attack, which is super. Yeah, and he attacks every 3.5 seconds. So, low level, he's not fantastic, but he is a pretty good tower to start with just because his AoE and his attack speed is really good. And 67 at level 1 is really good. I mean, it pretty much one-shots most people at first stages as long as you're not playing with other people. And as usual, because I'm super greedy, we're going to run with Balma, because money. So yeah, again, Sasuke at his final level, he does have an ability that you can use, and it is called Black Flame. Super cool part of anime stuff, by the way. It's super cool. But what it does is it applies bleed to all enemies, obviously within the AoE. They will burn all the way through here. The burn is just infinite. It's so good. However, the cooldown is really long. I think it's about like 4-ish minutes around there. I didn't actually time it, so maybe we'll time it when we try him this time. But I'm going to farm up a little bit, and then once we can upgrade him to something else, I'll show you. Alright, so I'm going to upgrade Sasuke. So first upgrade is 450. Now it does 105 damage. Upgrade again. Now it does 170 damage. Now here's the big upgrade where he changes to a completely different unit, which is the Purple Samurai, where he gets 20 more range. Bang! Oh my god, look at this. He looks awesome. But this is his range. He has a very big range and a big AoE as well. There we go. And the final upgrade is 1250. So he costs about 4,300-ish to fully max out. And this is his final range. Look at this range. As a ground unit with an AoE. Look how big this AoE is too. Crazy AoE. So he attacks every 3.5 seconds with a range of 50. With 518 damage. And he's only level 30. So he's still not even a level 80. And this is how much damage he's doing, which is crazy. And obviously he has the Black Flame ability, which we will showcase in a bit. Now I should also mention that his Black Flames do hit air units. They do hit air units, which is what makes him really good, because everybody hates air units. Everybody. So especially if you have a Sasuke up front, which we have 2 of them right now, doing some work, not letting literally anybody past. But for air units, you can use him to actually damage air units, and obviously make them bleed from the start. Or burn, sorry, I keep saying bleed, but you will make them burn, and they will burn all the way down to defend. So he's really good for an up close and very front tower, especially the fact that he attacks super quick. Although I don't think he needs to be this close. I guess this works because he is like spawn camping in a way. But we're going to keep going obviously until we can get farther in, and then I will showcase the Black Flame. We do have Ace as well, and I'm going to place down some Togas up here just so we can get all bleed effects. Alright, so we do have Ace up above, obviously do burn damage. Then we have Togas here that are going to bleed. Now I don't want to go super far in this, so I don't really care, but you should spread out your bleed characters, especially now that it doesn't stack anymore. So you really should make sure that you put your bleed units kind of like Dio and stuff like that, and spread them out more instead of keeping them all together, just because your stack doesn't all stack anymore, which does stink, but it does change the meta, and I think it was a good change. Now here's something that I wanted to kind of test with Sasuke, is because since he has a very wide AoE, there you go. So I'm going to max him out, and so if he's doing first, his AoE should be able to attack all people in this area. Do you know what I mean? So instead of putting him here so he gets a line, you can actually place him here, and he's going to get all of this right here because his AoE is just very wide. Very, very good tower. So we're going to test it being there and seeing if he can actually damage all people in this line. Now, I did also bring Jotaro. And now the reason why I brought Jotaro is obviously for his time stop, because the whole build of this is to cause bleed and burn. So as long as you have time stop, you can obviously make it constantly bleed and burn. Especially if I put him like right here, he's going to get burn, he's going to get black flame, and he's going to get bleed. All in this area, especially if I time stop. So I am going to place a Jotaro here. Place him about like right there. Now we're only going to use Jotaro specific for time stop. We're not going to use him for anything else. Obviously he's going to do some damage on the board, but it's not really what we need him for. I just want to showcase the new effect, the black flame. But yeah, overall, I think Sasuke is probably going to be the next new big tower. He's super, super good. He's very cheap, and his ability is very good. I'm assuming he's going to be very good in story. I haven't used him yet in story, but he's probably going to be a mandatory on the team, because in case if you don't do enough damage with air units, because let's be real, I struggle with air units most of the time when I'm doing story mode, and the fact that you can just make them burn out of existence, you know, kind of makes him a very good tower. We could pretty much just skip, because nothing's gonna get past those Sasukes at all. They're just not. He said this is sad. It kind of is. It's almost like a Mihawk, where Mihawk used to just kind of spawn camp because his range is so... Like, look at this. This is a ground unit, I should mention. Look at this. I think the effect is also very cool. They did a very good job on the effect. You kind of can't see because there's 18 million of them, but they do look really, really cool. I'm kind of curious to see if how long these guys can last without any units going past them. So I'm gonna keep them there. Obviously, they're not my tower, so I can't actually move them. But I'm just gonna keep skipping wave and see when they start to struggle. We haven't even tried Irwin yet, which is very scary. It's going to make him a very strong tower. All right, so for a single Irwin boost, which he only has an Irwin level 22, but that's not too bad, I guess. They do 831 damage every 3.5 seconds. So, you know, having 8 here, that's about 8,000 damage. If you had an upgraded Irwin and obviously an upgraded Sasuke, you'd be doing over 1,000 damage with just one Irwin. That's crazy. All right, so I'm going to use a black flame here just so I can show you what it's like. So bang. So as you can tell, these guys are burning at the moment, and they have this black aura around them. And they're just going to constantly burn. They're going to constantly burn, and they won't stop burning until obviously they're either dead or they make it to our base. So we can let them pass because they're just going to burn anyways. Yeah, so now they have burn and they had black flame on them. They didn't have bleed obviously because they're air units, but 2 status effects, not too bad. So I'm going to time this, sort of. I'm not going to time it correctly. And see how long this takes before the cooldown's back up. Ooh, the clutch. I just placed down a Sasuke just to finish that guy off with the black flame. And this is why he is a very good tower. Now, it did come back and I wasn't checking, so I think it's a couple minutes. I don't know the exact time. Of the cooldown, so I won't know the official. Maybe I'll figure it out and put it in the description or something, but for now we know that it's at least a couple minutes before the cooldown is used again. All right, I now have placed my max units out on, and there's so much stuff going on right now there. And I did place Sasuke here, and then I finished my Sasuke's up at front, just because I think that they're better up front in my opinion. So we're gonna make this guy go first, and then we're gonna make these guys burn. There's kind of no need to do that, but I just kind of wanted to. All right, I'm gonna turn my attack effects off just so we can kind of see what's happening. But we're going to just let it play out. I'm not really gonna do anything super spectacular. I do have Jotaro, so I will time stop every once in a while, and we're gonna see how far we can get. Here we go. These guys are black flamed. You ready? Burning and bleed. Yes. And now we just watch his health dwindle. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Oh, that got really close. I didn't even realize that there was somebody down there. Wave 40, it is getting a little bit more tough. We're also not Irwin boosting really. And I'm not really using the abilities the best way. We also kind of place our towers in kind of weird spots, but I just wanted to show off Sasuke. And he's really dope. Again, effects are off, so you're not really going to see the effect. But I think what's really cool about this tower is that you can black flame, you can sell him, you can replace him, and then you have another black flame. ready to use already. So if you wanted to, you could just constantly keep doing this over and over again so that everybody is black flamed, which for the very, very tryhards, I think this is going to be kind of like the better strat for them. Yeah, that black flame just kind of decimated these guys back here. So if you constantly do this strat where you constantly sell Sasuke and you keep doing black flames on just every single unit, is kind of the best way to use him, just because you want to use it as early as possible. So I would personally use the ones up here, but constantly keep selling and using the black flame, because you want to get that status effect on every single person, because they're going to burn through the entire map. It's the most effective and most efficient way of using them, so make sure to do that. I have really cool ideas of some builds that I want to try with him. Granted, I'm not level 50, okay? Yeah, you can make fun of me, okay? But I'm completely done the story, alright? Alright, it is finally time to start using Jotaro, because it's getting a little bit scary now. Oh, I'm trying to... Oh my god, the hitbox on the Sasuke is very, very bad. Aw, GG. So we did make it to, what, wave 43, I think? I don't remember what the exact wave was, but wave 43 with the new unit Sasuke, and my, he is such a very good tower. I'm very excited to see what he's going to be used for. I think he might be better in story, to be honest with you. I think he's going to be a really good tower for story. He can be really good for infinite as well. Just make sure that you use him properly. I don't think overusing him is kind of the best way of using him. I think the best way that you can use him is have like one person on your team to have Sasuke, and then do the infinite bleed on everybody. I think that's probably the best way you can use them. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you learned something, or if you really like this, or you really like Sasuke, make sure to hit that like button. The like button really does support me, and it really does help. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.